Yet another exciting chapter. Lesson 7, the Olympic Games. So it starts with the Olympic Games. Like you must have already heard about Olympic Games, right? It it was and it is one of the most prestigious international multi-sports event. And if you can divide it into two, like Summer Olympics and Winter Olympics. So first thing you have to keep in mind is the Olympic Games. So why Olympic Games? Because it is the most prestigious international multi-sports event. Later on, you have to divide it into two, like there is Summer Olympics and Winter Olympics. And the modern Olympic Games, the one which is prevailing now, which is rolling now, that started in the 19th century, but it was inspired from the ancient Olympics. So the ancient Olympics till date nobody knows like where and how and the origin and all that. This is just some roughly figures which the people have the historians must have dug out and brought it for us. So they say somewhere around 3000 years ago in Greece it originated, and the year 776 BC is widely accepted as the year when the games were first organized as a part of a religious festival. So it was a part of a religious festival, games combined with more of a religious element into it. They were held in honor of the Greek god Zeus and hosted in the Valley of Olympia. There are several stories about how the Olympics came into being because we don't have any written document or data where we can bank on that truth that yes, it originated over here, this happened, that happened. So there are several stories related to the to the origin of that Olympic Games. So, when it was born and what all sports were there and who all were the main characters of that. So, there are some which we are going to just go through, but we don't know again like how far it's true. One such myth, it's a belief, is that when Zeus defeated his father, Kronos, for the control of the world, a temple and an immense statue were built in Olympia to honor him. It is around this temple that the religious festival developed where people came to worship and honor Zeus. So we are just coming across one belief that, when Zeus, it's a character, he was defeated, he defeated his father Kronos. For what? For the control of the world. Then for that bravery, a temple was built in Olympia to honor his bravery. And from around this temple, the religious festival developed where people came to worship and honor Zeus. So, in mark of him, that temple was built, and then this system was carried out of celebration in the form of games. Another myth involves Heracles, the son of Zeus. He had immense strength, and there were various difficult tasks put in front of him, and he completed the task so successfully. And since it was very difficult, and he did it again, his bravery was honored. Heracles' bravery was honored, and they were so happy. The king of gods, Zeus, was so pleased with him that he took Heracles to Mount Olympus to live among the gods. Now, these are all myths. We don't know how far it's true. So, basically, it was to honor the bravery, the courage. He also initiated the Olympic Games in honor of Heracles. So, that's how they say that it started. Then, what happens is the ancient Olympic Games were held till 393 AD and then it stopped. Why did it stop? Because the Romans came to rule Greece. The modern Olympic Games was started in 1896 by a young Frenchman. Now, this name you should keep in mind. So, it stopped and then again it was started by a young Frenchman named Baron Pierre de Coubertin. He wanted, why did he start it? Because he wanted people all over the world to come together and compete in a friendly spirit. He didn't want it to go to a particular section of the society. He wanted that it's quite natural that sports is inbuilt in everyone. Some take it too seriously, they pursue a career in that. Some just do it till their boyhood days or girlhood days and they give it up. But this person was a visionary. He wanted to take it ahead and he wanted participants to come from all over the world to just come and give it a try. The Olympic Games are held after every 4 years, and it has the symbol is five rings. It stands for the unity of five continents, and at least one of the color of the rings, blue, black, red, yellow, and green. appears in the flag of each country that takes part. So if you have seen the flag, it carries those five circles or five rings. And what does it? They are all interconnected. Why? Because it stands for the unity of those five continents. And they have also given you the color like blue, black, red, yellow, and green. And those colors, they appear in the flag also of each country that takes part. That color will be there, um, in of that of the flag of that country. The Olympic motto in Latin, Citius, Altius, Fortius, means swifter, higher, and stronger. Coubertin felt it described the goal of athletes all over the world. Weeks before the games begin, a woman dressed in, now they are telling you a bit of description how the games begin. A woman dressed in Greek robes lights the Olympic torch in the Olympia Valley in Greece. Many participants take turns to run with the torch through different countries. The final runner carries it to the stadium just before the games begin. The Olympic flame is kept burning until the games close. The flame is put out at the closing ceremony. I'm sure many of you must have seen this also. The person entering the stadium, that itself gives a high feel, that the games are going to start. And each audience sitting in that stadium would be feeling proud when they see their country flag waving and swirling proudly over there. And then this man or the person who is holding the torch comes and lights. That's a proud moment. Yes. It's time for the athletes to return home. The athletes thinks about the perseverance and practice, the determination that they had to put in for being able to participate in the games. Lot of stamina, a lot of practice, months of practice are required. It's not like one fine day you decide and you go and participate, because you're competing among the best. So you need to give your best over there. So many of them who could not win, at least they used to feel grateful that they got a chance to compete against the best players. That sportsman spirit should always carry with you. Perhaps they also remember the wonderful advice that Baron Pierre de Coubertin gave. The most important thing in the Olympic Games is not to win but to participate. Now, this is a carry takeaway message we all should learn. It's not about getting trophies, it's not about getting certificates and medals and hanging it in your shelf, but it's about participation. You need the guts to go and do it. That was the intention behind this modern Olympic Games. That was a dream he had. So maybe with that motto they are practicing and competing, so that helps. So with that we end the chapter, and the meanings are also given, which is also given in the textbook. Hope you also carry this message throughout your life. Thank you, children.